Happy Tuesday, guys. It is Mission Driven, name of my channel. I'm Layla, coming to you today on my rooftop here in Brooklyn. I tell you, when I come up here, I'm so relieved and get the peace. I wanted to come to you today with another video. Topic is talking about finding that peace in troubled times. We are in some troubled times, but it's about bringing that peace to you while we're going through this time. One of the things I wanted to mention too is that we don't realize how powerful we are. The power is already in us, and we're in control of that. So all the exterior and things that are happening around us, you just have to know yourself, putting yourself first, because once you take care of you, everything else will fall into place. Right now, a lot of people are being challenged. People have anxiety. People are stressed. People are depression. People are having health issues, and on and on. And what we need to do is just to take account of where we are and just unlocking those superpowers that we have. We have them. They're all within us. I'm telling you. One of my stories is, I don't know if many of you know, that I quit my job in April 2019. And believe me, that was not an easy decision, but so funny that I did that not knowing where we would be today. So when you make up your mind to do something, there's nothing that can stop you. For me, what was the biggest thing for me was getting quiet, meditating. I mean, while I was working this job, I was working on Wall Street for about 18 years, and worked on the trading floor, worked in high management, regional management, and therefore. And although I had all the great times, was busy, but the more I did, the more that was required. Didn't necessarily mean that I was making more money, but I put in my time, and I decided that I was going to jump. I was going to jump from that corporate world. And believe me, fast forward, that is the best decision that I could have made. But I want to go back to where I was. How that happened was, every time I got a minute, I would go to, there was a faith room, and it had little booths, about 8 booths across. And I would go in there and I would get quiet. I would go in there with a pen and paper. I would get quiet. I would meditate, think about the things that I want. I would journal. And all of a sudden, I noticed that the more I did it, the more clarity I would get, to the point where that's when the spirit within me said it was time. But before I did that, I had to set a date. That is another key element. When you really want to do something, to make sure that you move forward, set a date on when you want to do something. Now, mind you, I set the date, but I was scared and I changed the date twice. But the third time was a charm. And let me tell you, when I walked into my boss's office and gave my resignation letter, woo-wee, when I left out of there, I went back to the faith room, and let me tell you, it was like a weight that lifted off of me. I was very emotional, I was crying, but I was happy. But it was something that I didn't want to have any regrets. When you know that it's time, even when people around me were saying, don't do it right now, you got to have a certain amount of money to save, and they're going to be laying off, wait for severance. Listen, I'm not going to wait around and listen to everyone else when at the end of the day, it is your life. And so I did that and felt so really good about making that decision. And the rest is history. I just wanted to give you that little bit. But I tell you one thing, fear is one thing that will stop you from doing anything. It's what they call fear is the acronym FEAR, false evidence appearing real. That is that is something else. That is allowing something so strong to take over you that you don't move. You do nothing. And that is the worst thing that you could do. I didn't want to have any regrets. So I would tell you though, once you once you have that position and knowing that you want to move forward, that fear, even today, a lot of people are afraid of what's going on. But as long as you stay conditioned in that fear, it will keep you in a low vibration. And when I mean low, it is very hard to snap out of it, very hard to get out of that, that dark space. And so, when you're ready to, do something major like that, you will have procrastination, you'll have accusations, sometimes you're being attacked. People don't necessarily agree to what you're doing, but you just have to move ahead and know that this is your life. This is something that you wanted to do. And so for me, that was a game changer. Like I said, knowing your position, knowing that you stand firm on something and walk in your truth. What's the worst thing that can happen? That could have happened to me was if it didn't work out, I would go back. You can always find the other job. But if you do nothing and never experience it, you never know. But I wanted to also, I have here about 8 things that you can do to have the peace within you. Okay? The first one is basically be conscious of your thoughts, because your thoughts become your reality. Now that's a strong statement, and listen, we're going to have all kinds of thoughts in our head about everything, but the more you meditate on something, the more you think about it, the more you bring to you. So it's just like a person saying they're in fear, like, oh my God, I'm going to get sick, I'm going to catch something, and you're thinking about this all the time. Well, guess what's going to happen? Because you have thought about it enough times that you have actually created the process. And when those negative thoughts come into your mind, you want to replace that with something good, speaking great things about yourself. Okay? So the second thing it would be find something beautiful and appreciate it. Life, listen, we were all born to soar, to do great things. There's so much beauty around us. Find something that resonates with you and just appreciate it. Just appreciate your living right now. I mean, so many people have lost their lives, unfortunately. We all know someone or many people that have passed away, but you're still here. And so we have to keep the torch going. You want to keep yourself, in that positive mindset. Okay? Just be appreciative of where you are, no matter what's going on. You are still here. And even though you may be in a situation, you have to go higher than that. You may be in the valley, but you won't stay there. Okay? The third thing is be conscious of the foods you eat. When I say that, I really mean that. Because when people are stressed, we all know, we may eat the things that we normally don't really eat or often, or we find ourselves binging on some things because a lot of people are stress eaters and they will eat more of what they shouldn't be eating because they're stressed and because we're in a situation. But you want to make sure that you keep your body, your temple, in alignment for all that's going on. You want to be as strong. You want to keep your immune system very high. So focus on eating those, high nutrient dense, the fruits, the vegetables, whether you eat meat, chicken. I really feel that right now that is a great place to be because of the nutrients in the food. Number 4, drink your water. Let me tell you, sometimes people don't realize that sometimes you think you're hungry when your body is giving you that impulse. You think you're hungry, but basically your body is telling you it's dehydrated. So you'll get that urge to want to eat when really you need that urge to get your water in. So be conscious of that because our bodies are 70% water. And because we're 70% water, we need to make sure that we flush and give our cells a chance to get rid of the toxins, to renew itself, and so forth. Number 5, like I was mentioning before, meditate. Meditation is powerful. What I love to do is I love being near the water. The water, to me, this is why I moved where I did, to be near water, because it relaxes you. The ions in the water replenishes the air. It's just good for my head. It's good for your head. Be near the park where there's trees, where there is, assortment of oxygen. You're near nature. It really brings your vibration a lot higher. Also, if you drive, you can sit in your car and you can meditate. You can get away from the noise. You can, just turn off the gas or whatever, and just turn the radio off and just get quiet. You can close your eyes, or you can put some music on that maybe some high hertz, sound music, just to get you in that vibration. Because when you tapped in, my God, it's a game changer. Number 6, I would say, be grateful. No matter what's going on around us, just be grateful. Be grateful that you are here. Be grateful that you have a roof over your head. Be grateful if you don't. Be grateful to know that you are on a journey. This is your movie. No one said that your movie was going to be 100%, perfect. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's a comedy. Listen, it's your journey. Embrace it and be grateful. All right? All right, number 7. This is a big one for me. After all said and done, letting your voice be heard. That's to me, that's a big one. No matter what side you're on, no matter what your beliefs are, you need to voice and you need to stand up. And there's a saying, I forgot who wrote it. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. It has its place. And so we in this time and age where it's easy to sit back and be quiet and just watch. If everyone did that, where would we be? At some point or another, in order for change to happen, we have to be upfront. We have to be relevant. We have to be heard. We have to get loud. And for me, I've done the same. You have to speak your piece. Doesn't matter. You just have to be about what your beliefs are, and stand for it. And number 8, get your blood pumping. To me, this is a big one, because if you don't move, you don't have to have a gym membership. You don't have to have a lot of money. All you need is your feet. If you don't have feet, you have your arms, you have your body. Get it moving. If you don't run, you can walk. If you don't skate, you can skip. You have a jump rope. You have a hula hoop. Whatever it is, do something. There's really no excuse why a person needs to be staying in their house unless, you have some, handicap or whatever the case. Even if you're in a wheelchair, go out and get some of that sun rays on you. When I tell you the sun is so important, not only raises your vibration, the body gets to heal. I've gotten so much sun and out. I believe I'm 10 shades darker right now. But I love it because I love the way I feel. And so when you're talking about finding that peace, such as all the 8 items that I just spoke about, it's very, very important to make sure that you are in alignment. And so that if things escalate, if things don't, things start to unravel. Sometimes things have to get worse before they get better. But your mind is prepared. Your body is prepared. And you'll move through it a lot better than if you let your mental go. Listen, we're all human. We're all going to be stressed, but there's ways to counteract it so that you can you go through the process a lot better without having a lot of, fear and anxiety along the way. And so that is basically what I wanted to share. I know it's helped me in my journey, and I pray that what I shared with you resonated at some point, and looking forward to the next video. Talk to you soon. Peace.